Good day, my loves. Good day. I'm out for my daily walk. How you feeling today? Have you checked in with yourself? You should make that a daily practice. How are you feeling personally? Are you happy? Are you mad? Are you sad? Are you pissed off? Are you excited? How you feeling? So I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like halfway through with my walk. And of course, the struggle is real, and so I'm evaluating, analyzing, reflecting on myself. And I was thinking about other people. Like, I definitely want to help, and I want to help women specifically and children, since they are literally the gods and the backbone, goddesses, and the backbone of this nation, this planet. Without women, there would be no existence, okay? We give birth to you. And I know there's a lot of emotional turmoil from childhood trauma that a lot of women from many different nationalities and races, because I'm friends with all, have experienced. And they're still locked in that trauma. And I broke free from the majority of it, but it's an ever evolving matter. So I used to think, okay, once I do this, I'll be done. No, I've come to understand, understand, and overstand and accept that this is an ever life process, a forever life process. As long as I'm breathing, I should be growing and changing. I should be. And when I realize I'm stagnant, then it's time for me to do something. So, on my walk, I'm sitting here thinking about the different women that I've come across. And we all definitely believe in different things. I know we all believe in a God, but we come from all different religious backgrounds. And it's like, why was there a division in the first place, okay? Why were they created? Why were the religions that we follow today, why were they created, okay? And so, as I'm discussing with myself, the differences, or they're not differences, the made up differences, I've come to this conclusion that it really doesn't matter what religion, what religious background we come from, okay? Because we all believe in the same thing, that there is a higher power. It doesn't matter which way we take that route. I know there are a lot of Christians that will disagree with me, and I grew up Christian. But I find it very perplexing. I find it very difficult to understand. If you believe in a God, how can you believe that your fellow man, brother or sister, that is of a different nationality, color, religious background, sexual orientation, does not have the same right as you because your religion tells you that? Because that's basically it. Someone told you that. Someone told you that. Someone told you that this is better than this and that is better than that. Well, what if there is nothing better? There's nothing better except for each other. Okay? I don't know if that makes any sense to you. So, when I think about what my channel represents, and I just started it. This is me. This is what you get. Okay? This is just a part of me, though. There is a nice, fun, silly, goofy side, but I'm dealing with some real shit right now. So, this is what you got right now. Okay? But when I think about my channel, And I think about all my friends that I've met throughout the years and all over the world, and I got the pleasure to meet. I just cannot subscribe to the fact that one religion is the end all that be all, and if you don't follow it, then you're you're going to hell, or you're not going to be blessed. Because as we've seen, contrary to that statement, there are a lot of people of different nationalities and things of that nature that are successful, and they don't just subscribe to Christianity or Islam or Catholicism. They don't all subscribe to just one. They subscribe to a multitude of them. So again, I always go back to the story of Babel. If God did that, okay, because we were getting too high and mighty, which I can see it, because look at the state of the world now, okay, with all this corrupt masculine energy. But that's okay. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But I look at that story all the time, and I always have a different perspective. And so I want to share that again. What if we were separated, different tongues, languages, colors, and all that? Because together we knew we were powerful. Wow, okay. We knew we were powerful, but, and we abused it, okay? And so as a punishment or as a lesson, we were separated. We were separated. We were separated. So we could come back together to work together, okay? That's what I believe the story of Babel depicts. I mean, if he did it, did he do it on purpose? Yeah, he did it. So there had to be a reason. There had to be a reason. Every story in the Bible has a reason. There's an underlying lesson in it. And I always stuck with that story of Babel. I always have. And I always say, there's another side to that. What if we knew what was going on back in the day? Okay, what if our ancestors knew what was going on back in the day, and we was like, oh, we finna get up out of here. We finna go back to God. We getting up out of this place. And they built a tower to get up there, because we want to go back home. We tired of here. I see this meme all on Instagram and stuff talking about Earth is hood. It's the hood of all the planets. I ain't been to no other planet, not that I can remember, but okay. And so, what if in that story as well, we were trying to get back? We were trying to get back. And the powers that be, the same powers that be right now that exist, that don't want you to ascend, that don't want you to ascend, that don't want you to achieve your dreams, that don't want you to be happy, that don't want you to grow, that want you to be angry all the time, that want you to be dissatisfied all the time, that want you to be mad all the time. Because when you're mad, you easily can be controlled because your emotions are ruling you. And so if you act out of emotions, you're acting out of character, and someone else is pulling the strings, and you're easily controlled. So if we don't work together, we're easily controllable. We are. Look at it now, with everybody lining up to get a vaccine that they have no clue what's in it. They don't have no clue what's in it. They don't have a clue. They just believe in what somebody else say. Unless you are a biologist or a chemist, I don't believe shit they say. I just don't. I just question everything, but that's my nature. I always have. I suggest you start questioning things too. Or you probably have been. That's why you're on this channel. You're like, yo, something ain't adding up. I don't know what's going on. But we are supposed to work together. So if you come on this channel with any discrimination of any kind, I don't take myself too serious, and I don't take other people too serious. But I just don't tolerate just discrimination. I really just don't. Not of any kind. Not fat shaming, not not religious, not sexual, not none of it. Never have. Never have. I have very strong opinions, but I don't discriminate. I come from a moral standpoint, though, and it ain't the Bible. It ain't just how the Bible depicts it, because you also have to understand and understand that the Bible was tampered with. I'll say, to put it nicely, it was tampered with. Things were taken out. Things were omitted. Yeah, and you gotta wonder why. Why? Why would someone intentionally keep information from you? It is only to deceive you. To deceive you. To keep you bound, okay? Yes. See? That's a sign for somebody. You gotta let them go. Last couple of videos I've been posting about when you're in a toxic situation, no matter who it's with, it's time to go. And because of religious aspects and how we were raised, we say things like, oh, family over everything. And we 9 times out of 10 look at family as our bloodline, the one we were born into. But that's a spiritual warfare, darling. Because the one you're born into may not be your spiritual family. And that is the key to this life. Is to find your spiritual ascension. And you're not going to be able to ascend with the same people that you grew up with if they're holding you back. And they may not even understand why they are holding you back. So you can't even go to them and be like, well, Spirit said this, because they're not on your level, darling. They're not. So this is a walk that you're going to have to walk by yourself. That's why I'm out here walking. Because I understand a lot of things, and I have to walk away from a lot of things. Things I never thought I would have to walk away from. And so I'm actually building up the courage to do it now. And I thank God that He allowed me to do that. Because I was ready to jump out there like a whole year, 2 years ago. But today, I'm grateful for the opportunity to collect my thoughts and to actually strategize and not run out real quick. So it's time to sit still. Everything you was taught was not the truth. You may not have been raised up in Christianity. You may have been raised up in another religion. And a lot of people want you to fear what spirituality is. But spirituality is like an add-on. It was in every religion. Every religion that was created, what they call it, the Abrahamic religions, the masculine dominated religions, they were all created and based off of matriarchal religions. They just obliterated the woman, okay, and made her a servant. That's what they did, because they were scared of her power and what she could do. Well, now they done pissed her off, so Mother Gaia ain't playing with them no more, because they have abused her lands and abused her women. Yeah, that's what has happened. That's what has happened. So when I talk about spirituality, it's not another divisive sector in religion. It's not. Spirituality is just who you are. It's who you are. Who you are to the core of you. And I'm still discovering who I am. So I'm able to discuss it, but I'm still discovering. Discuss and discover. And you have to go on your own individual journey. I can't say what I'm doing is for you. I'm still trying to discover my own, my own thing. I don't know. I can't tell you I know everything. I don't. But I also know that I'm not the only one in control. I'm in control because I have free will. But there are energies and forces that are working on my behalf, and I must allow them to do so without any interference. That is God. That is the universe. That is Yeshua. That is Allah. That is all the ones that have walked this earth and have ascended. They learn to govern themselves accordingly. We can't control what other people do. We like to, especially the ones that hurt us. We think talking to them, crying in front of them, begging them, we think doing all that is going to break through for them to see us. But I'm coming to the realization that they don't see me. Or if they do see me, then I don't know. Maybe they do. And they're scared of what they see? I don't know. I don't know why they would be scared. I really don't. Because I can feel them. Because I understand them. I don't know. Wouldn't you want somebody to understand you? Yeah. Unless you have evil intent, then you really don't want nobody to understand you, I guess. I've been asking God for somebody to understand me just to see me. But the gag is, as Kiki Palmer would say, I had to see and understand myself first. Haha. I thought I was, but I wasn't. I didn't. And if you came across this video, then you're struggling with an identity crisis too. And that's okay. It's just your old self dying. Your old self, if you're into astrology, is your sun sign. That side is dying. And the one that's rising is your moon sign, okay? If you're into astrology, if you're just beginning, that's a little tidbit for you. I'm just discovering myself, honey. I ain't no expert. I ain't no expert. I know I got the glue mouth. I'm thirsty. I'm so thirsty. Yeah, so I hope you guys are enjoying this weekend. It's a beautiful Saturday. No, today's Sunday. Day late, dollar short. Okay. No, I was born late, so that is probably the story of my life. I'm getting better though. All right, my loves. Yeah, see the sun? Walking along my street in the country with no sidewalks. None. Oh. All right, darlings. Sending you lots of love, some laughter. I want you to laugh like your stomach hurt and you can't breathe, don't you? I love laughing like that. And I know in this day and time that come few and far between with everything going on. And that's okay. Not okay as if like, oh, it's okay. No. We're just going to figure out another way to smile and laugh. I got up this morning, cleaned up, and was dancing, cracking myself up. I was playing DMX's new album. Of course, I played the prayer first, of course. And I'm like, I don't want to cry. I shed a little tear. But I enjoyed the music. I love it. He left a legacy and a piece of himself, so I'm forever grateful. I'm forever grateful. All right, my darlings. I'm coming to the end of my walk. So, I'm going to enjoy this little bit of peace and quiet before I turn down into the neighborhood. No headphones. Just me and the birds and the planes and the clouds and all the little minute bugs. Have a good one. Namaste. Ashe. Mazel tov. Have a good one, darlings.